So, the Plague Star has returned, and players are once again tasked with grinding themselves up against this nasty boil until Nikok decides to give them all of their rewards. And while Limbo is not exactly the most popular choice for this event, there's actually quite a few ways in which you can make the Rift Magician into an amazingly powerful ally here, one who is very capable of helping in all 4 stages of the event, including the fight with the Hemocytes. So if you are ever interested in learning how to pop a pimple in the most gentlemanly way possible, stay tuned and I'll show you why you might actually want to bring the Rift Magician to the Plague Star. Now to save time, I'm really not going to go particularly in depth on the first 3 parts of this mission as they are all extremely straightforward. Just step into the rift and walk past everything, then grab Vahak's Acne Cream for stage 1, drop it in the machine and keep a Stasis Cataclysm on it to complete stage 2, and keep the drone banished and stay near it until it's finally reached the zit to finish stage 3. The only thing that might throw you off with any of these is that the console in stage 2 isn't actually able to be sent to the rift, which just means that you will need to either keep things clear or come in with a large enough bubble to CC enemies before they get in range, but other than that, the first 3 parts of the Plague Star are all extremely basic. However, stage 4 has the Hemocyte bosses attached to it, and there's a rather interesting and powerful set of things that Limbo can do to help deal with them. You see, the Hemocytes can all actually be sent to the Rift, and while this is fairly worthless with Banish as it suffers from reduced duration and you probably don't want to be making the boss hard for your teammates to damage anyways, it can be very nice when used with a long-range Cataclysm. As long as the center of the boss's main body is inside of the bubble, the boss will count as being inside of the rift, and this, when combined with Stasis, leads to 3 very nice advantages for a long-range build. First, it completely stops all adds from being a thing that you or your team really need to notice. Since you will be fighting most of the time inside of your Cataclysm, as long as you can keep Stasis up, nothing except for the boss will be able to touch you or move inside of the bubble. But more importantly, the ranged attacks from the Hemocyte are all actually affected by Stasis. So basically, by just dropping a long-range Cataclysm in Stasis, you and your team can effectively ignore all adds and all attacks from 2 of the heads, and so the only things you will need to worry about are the Scythe Head's attacks, stepping on the boil, and being sat on if you decide to run under the main body. And you can further enhance the power of this trick with another thing if you are willing to sacrifice the mod space for it, though I will admit it can be a little awkward to make room for. You see, since this boss comes with a ton of adds, and the boss can be sent to the Rift with Cataclysm, that means that he is fully susceptible to all of Rift Torrent's potential damage multipliers. So if you've got that mod equipped and a large enough bubble setup to still be able to effectively fight him and apply Rift Surge to everything in the area, you can generally multiply your damage by between 3 to 10 times depending on how many adds you grab and how much mod space you are willing to put into power strength. The only issues that I know of with this strategy are just that the Hemocyte is big enough to sometimes make even a large Cataclysm feel a little cramped, that if you are running a Rift Torrent setup it can be a bit expensive in terms of energy and required mods, that the range attacks are only frozen instead of stopped so you will want to move before you turn off Stasis, and of course that you will need to make sure that everyone knows that they will need to fight inside of the bubble unless they are running something that ignores the Rift like Titania with her Exalted Pistols. So yeah, Limbo can be incredibly strong here. He removes half of the boss's attacks, keeps all of the adds out of the fight, and even helps you nuke down the boss quite a bit faster. So while he's not exactly the most popular or common choice here, if you are planning to grind the Plague Star, Limbo is a powerful option that can seriously help you in basically all stages of this mission. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you later. Farewell.